not injured too poorly.
You've certainly done a number on our ship.
Well, we shouldn't be long.
The men should live. He kind of waves a hand.
Well, I won't try to take any more of your time than I have to. It shouldn't be too long, and we can send you on your way. No troubles.
You are a pirate of those renegade fleet?
Oh, we're pirates of our own affiliation. Tell me, well, and I'll sort of gesture to the crew to go start looting.
Yeah, your crew.
Yep.
Aye, aye, Captain. Let's see
tell
what
me,
they got, boys.
Where's your ship mage?
Why don't you give me a notice roll? Tara.
We'll do that. Why did I put all
And
the ship?
yeah, I guess those of you guys in the crow's nest can also give me a roll.
Without penalties, I got a 4.
4? Okay.
5.
3 and 1. So penalties, 2 out of 1.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm looking kind of with the rifle, but there's, there's no scope, so never mind.
Right. So, Tara, as you're talking to the captain, you see, like, you kind of catch the eyes, like, as you say that, pretty much, you catch the eyes of one of the crew. Seems to be, like, I mean, he's a Drassian man in just, like, general sailor garb. But you catch the flicker of magic in his eye, is with that brief contact. Robin, up on the topmast, you actually notice the same guy at about the same time. It's just, I mean, you have obviously been searching the decks for him, but he's standing like right underneath like the broken mast, sort of like in a way that his body is like mostly blocked line of sight. But as the captain sort of like walked up to talk to Tara, he like stepped slightly out so you could see a little bit of him.
Okay.
But it definitely seemed like he was intentionally trying to stay like out of sight. Probably for good reason, based off of the other people shot on the deck.
Oh, you. It's you, is it not?
He sort of like hesitates for a second, glance at the captain, and nods and says, "Yes."
You don't have anything to fear from me, as you can tell. I'm something of a mage myself. I just wanted to ask you, what the hell did you throw off the back of your boat?
Countermeasure.
Of
Nice.
what type? I have not seen that.
Simple barrier.
Oh, I never thought to use that way.
Ice floats on water, you know.
Right. Okay. Well, pretty ingenious way of using that. I applaud you.
He nods and says, "You have my thanks."
Don't thank me too much.
Yeah. And the captain kind of says, "We're just simple merchants. Why have you decided to pick us? We have nothing extraordinary."
Well, unfortunately, we're not very extraordinary ourselves right now. Just making a living.
That's all it is then, huh? And you say you are independent, not part of the renegades.
Well, tell me, are you independent?
As independent as a man can be within the Empire's unity.
So not very independent.
Well, you certainly have something about you. And he just kind of like huffs a little bit, trying to keep his dignity in a situation where he's absolutely lost.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to talk to him about.
The captain says, so what's now? You take what you want from us? You're going to take us prisoner?
No. We have no interest in your people. Just your wares. As long as no one makes any trouble, we take your things and we're on our way. We're not slavers, if that's what you were asking.
He nods in a way that makes you think that's kind of what he was asking. Alright, so you're gonna let the crew search the ship?
Yep. I'll just pull out my... I'll go poke around the ship too, what the heck.
Give me a notice roll.
I'll look for magical stuff, but... Hey, look at that. Because I'm not going to find anything else, that's for sure. I got a 6 without penalties.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah, you go through. Their hold is pretty much full with the ore supplies. They have 7 units of ore on their vessel. Searching through the rest of the place, I mean, it seems pretty standard. Are you gonna look through the captain's cabin or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah,
all right.
Gonna look through the captain's cabin.
I'll
have him with me there.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so he has some like fancy clothes and stuff. I mean, it's not like a super big cabin being a brig. Your cabin is bigger. But it's a nice space. He has like a couple of valuable items, just like personal items, but nothing extraordinary.
Okay, I'll leave it.
All right. So you guys begin sort of loading the cargo onto your vessel. During this time, Mr. Dibbs and Robin still just keeping like a watchful eye over the situation.
I'm probably splitting my attention between that and keeping an eye out for like Arnaki military vessels.
Okay, yeah, just make sure you don't get any.
Right, because this would be pretty red-handed.
Yep. No, we're helping them. Their mast fell over.
And they're super loaded down with all this ore.
Yeah, we gotta make sure that they don't sink. Alright. And yeah, so Tara, you're observing on the ship side of things.
In fact, I'll probably send Paul out to do circles just to make sure no other ships approach.
Okay. So, yeah, the unloading and loading process goes by pretty uneventfully. You just like some of your crew keeps the other crew like over to the side of the ships out of the way, and they lug all the supplies up out of the hold.
Do they have a doctor that's treating their wounded?
They don't seem to have a dedicated doctor, no.
We should send our doctor over.
Oh yeah, that's a polite thing to do.
Maybe with like a decent bodyguard, just in case they try to do something funny. But
I can go.
So you send for Dr. Finch. He kind of like he goes up and says, "Ah, yes, well, some piracy, actual piracy going on here, huh? Always wondered what it would be like." And he seems to not give. I mean, like you hired people who don't care about illegal activities. He definitely doesn't seem to care.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes over and he happily treats the gunshot wounds, and it's like, well, it's a little bit of a close call for this man. He almost hit his artery here in the arm, but he should live.
Oh, well, I tried to put him down, not permanently.
It's quite difficult to do with firearms, but so many different places where a man can bleed out their lifeblood. But, it looks like these two lucked out, and they'll live to die another day.
You can patch him up then? That's good to hear.
Oh, this is simple.
Almost as simple as shooting him in the arm.
Well, a fair bit more complicated than that, I'm sure. It takes a lot more to fix the damage that's done. It is to inflict it and all that. He, mutters and goes on like that as he goes about that. But, I mean, it might give you a little bit of goodwill amongst the crew.
Yeah.
If you care about that. Yeah, so when it's all said and done, they don't try anything. Their ship is pretty heavily battered, so they're pretty well aware that they aren't going to be able to escape. You guys decide to not have mercy.
They'll be able to limit the port, right?
Yeah, they still got one mast. Assuming they don't get hit by a storm or something. They could always stop on the Carite Islands to repair their ship. I'm sure that would go over well. Yeah, so you have 7 units of ore in your hold now.
Woohoo!
And a successful pirating under your belt. And yeah, I mean, as you
whatever kind of cannon ammunition they have too.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's see, how much would they have? They have for what you guys would. Your guys.
I mean, do they have 12-pounder cannons?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah. Yeah, so they have a broadside of chain shot and 2 broadsides of solid shot.
Okay. Okay, and remind me again what we used.
So you guys would have used one broadside of chain shot and then another broadside of chain shot. So you'd have used 3 and then a broadside of canister shot. So you'd be at that. I changed it.
Okay.
And then you'd have 7 solid and 4 of the other 2 coming out of this fight.
Okay.
Woo! Money, money.
Yep, and you're gonna add 7 units of ore to your hold.
I did that. Nice. Some real piracy.
Yeah, and actually very easy too. I mean,
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, like we don't have to fight someone who's a good match for us. We have to pick on the weak.
That's what pirates do.
Yep.
We did get cannons shot at us.
Yes, we did, but we quickly put a stop to that.
It definitely could have gone poorly.
But yeah, I think even at its poorest, it still would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, we're like, okay, fine, you get away, and then we're sad.
Mm-hmm. And then we're sad.
Well, I mean, dice can explode. Worst case scenario, we had like 4 wounds from 1 cannon shot.
Worst case scenario, that one guy who fired the cannon slightly before you guys shot him, just like raped through the ship and hit the powder magazine.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we start a different campaign.
Well, yeah. But then we'd start a campaign, or a revenge campaign on him.
No, I'd start a campaign as that guy.
Yeah. Like, all right, who's your new character?
Deadliest cannoneer in the east.
Yep, I'm the guy who shot us.
Well, that'd be an interesting way to play. Every time your character dies, you just start playing the guy who killed him.
Yeah.
Difficult if you get killed by like a
Yeah.
something that you can't play as.
Like a giant ape.
Yeah, like a giant ape.
Or a sea troll.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so you leave the
Or
dust.
or rocks
behind.
fall. What if you get killed by a giant rock?
Play as rocks,
Yep.
earth elementals.
Yeah, there you go.
So there's holes in my plan, okay?
So I guess the rock that fell on you would gain sentience. It leveled up.
Yeah.
Still can't move, though, or do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys leave the Dusk Maiden behind to deal with their shit, and with certainly they got robbed. They're not super happy about that.
They
but
got insurance.
could have been worse.
Unless they don't.
They might. Yeah, but so you guys continue on to Bahrim.
Yeah.
That's basically why I asked. I was like, it'd be really nice on my conscience if you were a company ship.
Oh. Yeah.
It's like, yes, not even a problem.
The East Arnaki
Trading company.
Pioneer Trading Company.
Yeah, alright, so onwards. Give me another navigation roll, Tara.
Mm-hmm.
Our reputation will soon precede us. I'm like, oh,
Hey.
those guys are really nice to be robbed by.
A 4, thank you, Stone.
Oh, nice. Don't run aground on me in the straight.
Well done.
Okay, so you run into a bit of uncharacteristically rough winds as you go through the strait into the Spiritfire Bay here towards Bahrim, which does delay you a little bit. But after 3 more days of sailing, you arrive at your destination city, unhindered by any trials of nature. Okay, let's see. So, gives you 11 days of provisions left. You actually run out of provisions fairly fast since you have such a large crew.
Yeah. Oh, could I have tried
A full unit of provisions for your current crew is 20 days of.
could I
Maybe we should be starting to carry 2 units of provisions at a time.
Yeah, probably.
And do we have any fishing gear?
Fishing gear? Yeah, probably just like general stuff, like hooks and lines. So like it's fairly common for ships to bring that sort of thing.
All right. On those 3 days back, I'd be fishing.
Okay.
From the nest.
Oh,
From the crow's nest.
I'm fairly certain I would move down from the crow's nest.
Well, why don't you give me a survival roll then?
This ain't Minecraft. You can just throw your line in from up on a tower.
200 feet up.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Give me a survival
Yep,
roll, Mr. Dib,
I'm
if you're
rolling.
fishing.
I got a 5.
5?
Yep.
Okay. You catch a couple of fish.
Okay, now can I double down and use those fish and try and catch sharks?
Catch bigger fish?
Yes.
I mean, you could try. You wouldn't be able to eat the fish.
Yep, I know.
Afterwards.
I know.
Try it. You're gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You throw that in, and you don't end up catching anything large. You do lose one of the fishes, like something just eats it off the line.
Ah, damn it. I was hoping I'd get a roll because I got a 7, but that's all right.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I got you.
it's the roll, and also just their fish.
Yep. Ah, damn it. I was going for a big one.
Something big, fortunately.
Oh, well. I just go and throw whatever I did catch at the cook. Not at him, but on the table.
Yeah, I mean it's not enough to significantly impact your food
No.
with just you doing it by yourself.
No, I know. That's why I was trying to catch a shark.
Yeah.
Hey, but the officers get some nicer food tonight.
Yeah, you get some fresh fish.
Mm-hmm. I figured a shark would feed everyone for a day. That'd be fun.
Probably, yeah. All right, so to Bahrim, you arrive. Oh, just did something.
And my way of fishing is I would get it on the line and then I would shoot it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I feel like you would wreck a lot of the meat, right? Like, if
All
you,
right, Bahrim. That's where you. Yeah. Okay.
If I shot a shark in the head,
Good.
oh, the shark, yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like a normal fish.
no. I'm saying when I go after the big ones, I'm not
Right,
fucking
yeah.
around with fighting it.
You're not gonna reel in a shark with a fishing.
No, and I'm not gonna fight it for 3 hours. I'm just gonna get it on the line, get it close enough, and I'm gonna shoot it in the head.
some good fishing
Yep.
strategies.
Yep. I'm not a.
You gotta get some dynamite.
I've got
Yep.
dynamite.
Maybe if it's a really big shark, pull out
Yeah.
the dynamite.
There'll be a lot of shark in the water.
All right, yeah. So you guys get to Bahrim in probably like mid morning.
Oh, I guess yeah. If we ever do see a school of fish, I'll fucking drop a stick of dynamite in that.
I mean, you probably kill a lot of fish just from the
Yep.
kinetic, like the shockwave,
Mm-hmm.
the explosion.
Yep. See them all float to the surface. There we go.
So we're at Bahram, right?
Yep.
Hey Ben, what's this? The Saints Rest.
The Saints Rest is it's a tavern inn. You don't know anything else about it other than that.
Maybe they would pay really, really good money for some Saints.
Yeah, it's like a market specifically for the ashes of saints.
This is where you go
Maybe.
to.
You the only way to know for sure is by going there.
And blatantly asking them if they want to buy some saint ashes.
You want to buy some ashes?
Of course, this is the Saints Rest, isn't it? What kind of
Um,
stupid question is that?
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you're in port. Doomy can handle the selling of the ore, while you guys go about some other stuff. So would you like to go to the Saints Rest and do that?
No.
No.
Okay. I mean, just
You are
I-
a bunch of
I-
idiots. Just had to check.
yeah.
No, we're going back to that magic place, right?
Okay. Yep. You're gonna go to the house of Amadou Bakur.
Yep. That's the one.
The leader of that little sort of cabal of mages.
I forget. Did you write down what tomes they had available?
No, I don't think we specified like exactly. Oh, I'm pretty sure they had invisibility. I remember that because I remember us being like, yeah, that's really freaking expensive.
And it's what, 500 per rank?
Yep.
That would get expensive.
Yep.
And invisibility is better?
I think so. I seem to remember it being 1500. Yeah, so you go to his house. As soon as you dock, presumably, are you gonna bring the
We'll bring the saints
barrel
ashes.
with?
And
Are you
the-
gonna bring the saint's ashes in a sack, presumably, and the barrel with the whale gland, the steam gland?
Yep.
I'll
Right.
be rolling that, I guess.
Keep in mind that if it gets jostled too much, it will explode.
Oh, do we have a dolly?
I mean, you could maybe like rent a rickshaw or something if you don't
Yeah.
want to
Yes,
take
I do want to rent
Yeah.
a thing.
We'll make somebody
It
else
is-
take it.
Yeah, so Itara's like, all right, Mr. Dibbs, we gotta carry this across the city, and you're like, nope,
No,
it's a barrel full of water.
I am not doing anything of the sort. We are getting a thing to carry
Sure.
this.
5 marks to rent a rickshaw for the day,
All right. How much to rent a Reggie?
or a guy to
Yep.
carry it,
Yeah.
or to pull the rickshaw.
Yep.
10 marks.
This one's on the captain.
All
All
right.
right, you get a man to cart your whale clans up to the mage's house.
Perfect.
Be careful with that. Don't drop it.
Well, it's in the rickshaw, but yeah, don't set it down too
Yes,
high.
ma'am.
Don't jostle it.
I'll be very careful, man.
Or else this will be the last job you ever have.
Okay. He is very intimidated by you guys.
But it's not for the reason you think.
Okay. Don't know what that means. All right, so you make your way up to Mr. Baklor's house, and which is up by the monastery, up in like the rich side of town. I don't believe there is a Mount Margaretford. It's just like his house, but yeah. So you get there and knock on the front door. A manservant answers the door. Not sure if you recognize him or not. He says, "Hello there. How may I help you?"
What are they called? Are they called the Cabal or something?
Do
They have a name?
They don't really have a name. No, they're just like the group of mages.
The association of mages.
We're here to see the group that meets here. It's kind of secret, right?
It's not publicized, but it's not secret.
Okay.
We know,
We're
right? We know the dude's name.
Yeah, Amadou Bakur. Yeah, I mean, the Aranaki have no laws about magic, so you can do whatever the fuck you want,
okay.
as long as you're not murdering real people.
We're here to see the Circle of Mages.
And your name?
I am Tarim Najar. This is Robin. You have a last name, right? Rearlin and Mr. Dibbs.
Very well. I will notify Master Bakur.
Thank you.
One moment. So a little bit goes by, and he comes back to the door and says, "You are welcome to enter. Is this he like gestures to the rickshaw a necessary part of the interaction?"
Yes. May our manservant bring it in?
Yes, you can leave it in the foyer.
Very good. Bring it in and then you can leave.
Yes, ma'am. And he sort of dips his head, and I mean, it takes him a bit, but it's pretty heavy.
I'll
but
get
yeah, he works it in.
another mark.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, well, you didn't blow us up. Good job. I'll pat him on the back and then shove him out the door.
All right. Yeah, so you go into the lounge where you conversed with Amadou before, and yeah, he's in there as you walk in. He kind of gives you a small smile and says, yes, I remember you, the captain and curate mages."
Yes. We've come to get your opinion on a few oddities we have acquired since we last met.
And
You might be interested.
library.
I am always willing to We'll look at some oddities.
Have I been here with Luca? Or did they come here last time by themselves?
I don't think you came with last time.
No, is this the place with the mud?
Oh yeah, because while they were doing that, you were walking through the mudlands,
Yeah. Okay.
trying to get mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old muddy mugger.
So yeah, you were doing that while they talked to the mage.
Mhm.
Very productive.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, so you haven't met him. He kind of looks up to you actually and says, "I do not believe that we are acquainted."
No, I wouldn't be. I'm the muscle.
He kind of gives you like a sort of half bow and says, "Amadou Bakur, a third circle psychomancer."
I'm like, is that high rank? And then I'm asking Luca, but I'm sure he'll answer. But I'm gonna.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah. Yes.
The third circle means he's the nerdiest type.
Oh, well, congratulations. You must have read a lot of books.
Kind of gives a little bit of a thin-lipped smile and says, "To put it concisely, yes."
Oh, know anything about how to get a person's soul out of a object if it's been trapped there?
Kind of blinks a couple of times as well. That is an odd question to lead with.
See, I told you. You can't just go and ask him that.
Oh, was that
That's
Luca?
me. That's me telling.
Oh.
See, I'm crazy.
Okay, so he blinks a couple of times and stares at Mr. Jim and says, "So what exactly are you here for?"
So we have two items here. We've acquired the steam gland, not the sweat gland.
That's a stinky barrel.
The sweaty whale.
Yeah, that's one sweaty. That's where all the steam came from.
We acquired the steam gland of a dragon whale that you might be interested in looking at. It's in the barrel here.
Ah, curious. I have heard of such things. I would very much like to examine it.
Yes, and we also... can you keep a secret?
Of course. Secrets are a large part of the magician's trade, no?
Isn't that
Can
all?
I-
Isn't that all you magic people do? Just keep
Can I eye him up and down?
Just about.
For magic eyes only.
You would just see how legit he is?
Yeah.
Sure, give me a notice roll. No penalties.
Oh shit. Go wild die. A 7.
Alright. I mean, he's probably not going to tell anyone outside of his circle.
Yeah.
But
Who knows where those lips could go?
Yeah. Alright. Well, whatever. Someone's gonna know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, some people already know.
We
And
have acquired...
Okay, keep going. Yep. Sorry.
We have acquired from a certain source the ashes of a Saint of Hallowmore. You may have heard out here of a break-in of sorts. I'll reach into the sack and pull out the heaviest shit gold urn.
kinda like-
I
yeah, go ahead.
I do believe that such a thing may, if it is legitimate, have powerful magical properties you might be interested in.
So he kind of is. I did hear from a traveling contact of mine that there were some items that were stolen from the cathedral. It sounds as though the knightly order in those parts did not take it kindly. It may interest you to know that they have placed a bounty on this item,
Yeah.
those possessing it.
Yeah, our name's
Do you
worse.
happen to know how much?
I did not ask, no. I am not in the bounty hunting industry.
Alright. Well, that's good.
He kind of considers the urn, says, "Well, I'm sure that there would be some use to it in ritual magic. Certainly, of course, it is a somewhat sought after item by certain aggressive witch hunter types, which it does put a bit of a damper on the price, I will be honest, and I have no particular immediate need for such an item." Kind of examines it and looks at it to sort of confirm its authenticity as well as he can. Says, I would be willing to purchase it, I suppose. Perhaps 300 marks.
All
Tell me,
it's all
what
profit.
sort of ritual magic could you maybe do with it? I've been trying to understand ritual magic a bit more of late, but I don't understand how any specific item is necessary.
Well, components such as this are symbolic in nature. It is something that helps you conceptualize the magic and give strength to penetrate through the veil. And for things such as this, and he points at the barrel, it says, in simpler magics that I'm sure you're more familiar with, they simple elemental alignments are most common. This item would be for a higher order practice. I am sure that it could be useful in a number of different rituals involving necromancy, given its association with death. It's
That's more of a
possible that it could also be used in ritual of light magic, given its connotations with that particular religion.
so it's more of a perception of the object than the object itself.
Yeah, something like that.
So, okay, bear with me.
Mythology
If
is
this
important in ritual magic.
if this turns out to actually have just been the ashes of some hobo they found, would it still work? If they
That's an
think it's
interesting
true?
question. It is one that I believe many mages have researched.
So
I
like
don't
the
know
simple
the precise
act.
conclusion, but I would hypothesize that belief holds more sway than truth.
So the simple act of revering it is the magical component?
Yes, to put it concisely.
Fuck, I just like lightning and stuff. Okay.
So, out of character.
It is.
That urn is like solid gold, right?
I mean, it's not pure gold, but a good part of it is gold.
Like more than 300 marks worth?
Well, he just wants the ash, right?
Yeah, we have a bit in a bag, don't we?
He's mostly talking about the ash, yeah. But I mean, that was his asking price for that. It definitely seems a little bit low to you, Robin.
But at the same time, what is like, it's pure profit to us. He's probably just gonna either sell it for that or not, like, give it for the bounty on it somehow.
Well, so while we're talking about ritual magic, if we were to, I'll describe the like magic slave collar thing that we're running up against, and then I'll describe what Dio kind of told us about that he might know, or I don't remember exactly.
Dio said that there were rituals that could work, but they require blood sacrifice, basically. Or some other equivalent source of power.
Would something that's already dead, like the ashes of a saint,
You asked him that question.
sacrifice?
You asked him that question, and he said that the saint's already dead, so it's not representing life enough to count.
Well, we're gonna have to sacrifice Paul. Sorry.
Yeah.
Does this mage know of any other rituals that may work?
Yeah, so you present his you that sort of predicament to him, and he says, "I would use a excluding blood sacrifice."
I mean, preferably. Like, I'm sure.
Well, I would have to do some research. I mean, honestly, if I were you, I would go for that option. It would likely be the simplest and safest for all those involved.
Well, except the sacrifice one.
Of course.
Okay. Well,
As you're talking, he sort of like gets out the steam gland and sort of like studies it. Sort of like gives a gentle probing finger and says, "Yes, this is in good condition. I would be very interested in this item."
well, it's quite fresh.
Indeed, it looks
Our
like
cook does a great job of pickling.
a good job preserving it and keeping it undamaged. I would give you what I would say is a very good price for this item of 3,000 marks.
Well, let me talk with my companion for a second.
Certainly. Would you like some tea?
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Gestures for the to get to the tea. And then, yeah, he probably like gets up and like goes into the other room to give you a little bit of privacy.
So,
I start smoking some hash.
Okay.
Because I'm looking over my inventory. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this badass Kraken pipe and some hashish.
You're like, I'm bored of this magic conversation.
Yep.
Let me see what I got in my pockets to entertain
yeah, I'll blaze up with you.
Cool. Well, yeah, I passed it. Captain.
Yeah, thank you. We're talking business, right?
Right.
So I don't really care about the ashes. I don't think I can use them, even if I did somehow get into ritual magic.
Would they help at all with Luca's situation? Like a component? I think
Well,
That
ponder
light
that.
and necromancy.
Yeah,
It really depends on how you go about doing it.
we can probe him more on Luca's predicament before we finalize that. But if no, I say we just sell them. Yeah,
Yeah, that is the only care I have for them.
if we can sell them without the urn, that's even better because just go sell the urn too.
Oh yeah, if he wants to earn 2, he's gonna have to pay extra for it. But I think that's just gold at that point.
Yeah.
I say we probably will end up busting up the urn into chunks and selling the gold as scrap.
Or sell it to someone who can smelt it down.
Yeah. But the whale gland, I wonder if we could get a better price if we haggled for some spell tomes.
Oh yeah, supply demand. They have tomes. Maybe they don't have money, or more. That's why they're going at 3,000.
I mean, I'm done with that. Mr. Dibbs can't get a whole lot out of it, but
I don't care. I'm assuming that these spells will help us be better pirates.
Most certainly.
Well, then I'm all for it. If it keeps me alive longer to make more money, I'm fine.
what if we trade it for like a library card?
Then I might have something to say about it.
And then, like, here. Then he just lets us come and borrow the books, and
Oh, I see.
we get to take another one.
So basically the knowledge, the honorary you can read our books card.
Yep, a library card.
Yes. But they're not a
I mean, that's-
library.
Basically, we had to pay money to read the tomes anyways, right? So it's kind of the same thing.
Right.
Maybe you can pick a certain amount of tomes you can just read before we leave the city.
Well, we ended up buying one of them, or buying the tome that we used.
Yeah,
It's
it's literally cheaper.
We should see if he'd buy it back at like a super reduced cost because we're not going to use it.
Did you buy Bolt? Was that what the one?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was either 250 to borrow it,
Right.
or 500 to buy it, and so we just both paid 250 to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's alright. Let's see if we can get access to some tomes while we're here. It takes a while to read it, though, right?
It does, yeah.
Like a week or something?
Not quite that long. It depends on how much you read it in the and what rank the spell is.
Also, you got to make a roll, right?
And you have to make a smarts roll, yeah. So if you fail that a bunch, then it takes longer.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick. So we got information on the items that we gave to Dio. We also gave him the time turner or whatever that's called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did?
To ID that?
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
he give us any information on exactly?
Yeah, it puts the person in a trance for 10 minutes, and during that time, they do not age.
That's right. That's right. The weird one about not aging. Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
That is the
Well,
entirety of that.
Should we bring him back in?
Sure.
Alright, yeah, so, he comes back in after, 5 minutes.
I
And,
compliment him on the tea.
yeah, the tea is quite good.
Yeah, I offer him the pipe.
He says, "Oh, thank you, but no,
I
a
just-
little too early in the morning."
It's never too early for a good time.
Oh,
Robin.
what
just
do you
thanked
think
her.
of my offer?
Well, we quite like it. But we're wondering, last time we were here, we were interested in some tomes, and we still are. We're wondering if we could fold some time with your tomes into the deal.
I'm sure that we can negotiate something to that effect. Are you looking for simply a period of study, or looking to take some of our stock?
I believe that me and my friend here are interested in just some time with this time to study them.
I see. Well,